Life is amazing. There are cues hidden in every single corner of life, and yet we do not learn. Life, as we know life, is nothing but death. Every single thing that is here will not be here at some point in the future. And every single person, every single bird, every single tree is heading into destruction. Every single day that comes in ends up in the night. All the friends, all the relatives, all the people that you know or don't know, all are going to meet the same fate sooner or later. Death is a certainty. But death can also be a great teacher. If you really see the whole life that we believe life is actually a death. From the time a child is born, his days are counted. Every single day he's getting closer to his death. Would you call this a life or death? It all depends how you look at it. But conveniently, we don't like death because this is the life, is all we know. So we remain attached to the life that we call life. More stronger the attachment, more aversion for the death. And in this tug of war, we suffer. We want to live life, but we cannot live fully because we are worried about death. Every birthday we celebrate. Is it really a birthday? One less year to live now. It's a death day, really speaking. But we keep on celebrating birthdays so that we get a kick. We renew our attachment to the life that we call life. So our attachment to the life creates the aversion within us for the death. We are just not ready to accept the death as a part of life. Our graveyards are located out of the town so that it doesn't interfere with us in our daily life. We don't think about it as if it doesn't exist. Our attachment is amazing. What is the reason for this attachment? So much that we don't even want to worry about an obvious fact about death. The reason is we have never gone beyond this life that we call life. In a country, if men are respected and women are not, that country cannot progress. If life is respected but death is not, true spiritual progress cannot happen. Life and death both are balance. A death brings the balance to this equation. It is also responsible for the growth of a new life that is springing in front of us. New flowers, new babies, new seedlings turning into gigantic trees, a new sun every day. These are all created from the womb of the death, which is deep, mysterious, and really unknown to us. But the glimpse of the death is everywhere. People getting older, people getting diseases, people dying. It's right there, but we don't learn. We don't want to learn. So when we start getting deep into the life, we realize life and death are in total harmony. Without life, how can death come to you? And without death, life cannot come up. This is a rhythmic cycle that we are trying to ignore. We are picking the peaks of this rhythm and avoiding the trough of this cycle. And that's where our mistake is. We like the sukh, we hate the dukh. We like the happiness, we don't like the sadness. We are divided. We have divided the whole life into these segments. Same thing that you like will not be liked by anybody else. And same thing that you hate may not be so bad for somebody else. In this process, we are thrown from one corner to the other, to another, to another, to another, till we die. We never settle down into something that is permanent. And that is our ignorance. Our ignorance is only skin deep. Deeper we are full of knowledge. The knowledge of cosmic intelligence is within us. But our ignorance is what makes us suffer. Our ignorance makes us divide this world into right and wrong, left and right, upper and lower, fair and dark. All these are our mental creations. We are just not ready to unify whatever we see in the front. We respect the life that's coming up. We love the child who is newly born. We walk away from elderly people. When we start synchronization of life, then only we are ready to rise above this life. But we are not ready. When we see black people and white people and yellow people and red people as only people, we have started going beyond what just shows in the front. When we see animals and we see humans, we see their different anatomical characteristics. We don't see the life that is peeking through them. We look at this rhythm, but we don't learn from it. We're too busy doing things, achieving things, the things that we like, running away from the things we don't like. When we have little time, we get busy with social entertainments, just so that we keep remaining ignorant. But the inner knowledge, the flame of inner knowledge, keeps telling some people that there is something not right. And that is to have a vision to see the life and death in total harmony. When we see the peak and the trough as one, when we see the peaks and the valleys as one, when we see every single thing with all its births and deaths, being born and dying, all as a single entity, then we have started going within us. We always are gonna stay away from the real life that is responsible for bringing this change perpetually, 24/7, all the time. A change never stops. Whether you're changing from a child to a youth, or youth to a young man, to an adult, to an old man, and death, the birds dying, the sun coming up and sun going down. That's a change right there, but we neglect, we're too busy. So the change is permanent. And this change is life. There is some entity which is responsible to bring this change within the sansara, within the birds, the animals, the rivers, the suns and the moons, and including our own body is subject to this change. Who is bringing this change? Go within. Then your connection with a thoughtless internal state in a quiet times of meditation, you realize the total silence where all the rhythms of life has ended. The births and the deaths seem equal. Not equal, actually responsible to create each other. From the womb of life, death picks, and from the womb of death, life picks. It's like the chicken is carrying an egg. Egg is laid out, but egg is already carrying the chicken within itself. A chicken that is within the egg someday will have more eggs. The cycle goes on. This synchronicity is more important. The pulse of life is more important. So every single component of life, whether it is being born or dying, they all can be a lesson to learn and make you rise above these crazy runnings for life. The things that you like, things that you don't like, is what keeping us busy. That's what our thoughts are about. Our thoughts wants to connect you to have more of what we like and less of what we don't like. And this is what mind doing to us. It is dividing the one solid universal consciousness, manifesting as zillions and zillions of forms that it is coming in front of us. Whether it is a rock or a soil that you're walking on, or a gentle sunrise that's on your face, the wind that is brushing you by. Every single thing is one of those infinite creations of the same consciousness. Only your perception at the mind level makes you happy and unhappy. Mind is the problem. Mind has gone haywire and dividing this beautiful consciousness into multiple segments, and it's choosing to run for or run against. Stop this running. Look at the rhythm of life, the play of life, in a total tranquility of your inner self, in a harmonious, tranquil way. You respect life and death as equal, and they are equal. There is nothing wrong with death. Since we have worshipped so much about the life, since we have worshipped the life so much, it requires that we bring the death into the picture. This will only bring harmony and peace in your life, because it is also a segment that we have lost from our thinking. It's like a stepson we have been forgetting. Bring the death in equation. See at it, look at it, eye to eye. Then the life and death both become pleasant. That is the only way to achieve the harmonious balance of tranquility, of a sthit prajna state. The Japanese call Satoru, and we call Samadhi state. Have a good day.